Hey, this is Jared with the App Podcast. Today we're going to take a look at GolfWiz. GolfWiz is 3 different tools in one that's going to help improve your golf game. It's a rangefinder which allows you to check the distance from where you're standing to the pin in both yards and meters. So from anywhere on the course, as long as you can see the pin over on the green, you can measure the distance, and the app will give you suggestions based on your hitting strength as to what clubs you should use. It's also a break reader, so it reads the green. So it tells you the kind of the direction and the ball trajectory, so that you can make a more accurate putt. So the first thing you're going to need to do is actually go over to GolfWiz.net and print out a copy of this page that you see right here, which is a calibration tool that's going to calibrate your iPhone or your iPod Touch so that when you do break reading on the green, it will read it appropriately. So that's only going to take about a minute, but I already did it, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. We're just going to take a look at what it does. So from right here, what we would do, you can see this arrow, we would point the arrow towards the hole, basically the flag on the green, and put the phone down on the ground where our ball is at. And then you hit go, and what it's going to do is kind of read, and I'm adding a little bit of artificial angle here, it's going to read the trajectory and the direction and everything and give you an estimate as to how you should hit that. So you've got this angle right here, the little target kind of gives you an idea of what direction you should hit that ball in so that it will make its way into the hole. Of course, the strength that you put behind it is, all up to you, but it does help take a little bit of the mystery out of which angles and everything that you should hit the ball on the green, because the green is a mysterious thing. That didn't even make sense. So anyhow, so after this mode, which obviously is probably one of the most useful pieces of this app, you can use the rangefinder, which will only work on the iPhone because you need the camera. And you can see here we've got our little target, and it says to line the flag up with the center target here. Now, I'm not on a golf course, obviously, so I'm just going to take kind of an artificial picture here of my laptop, and we'll just use that picture so I could show you the basic function here. So we're using this picture that I just took of my laptop. We've got GolfWiz.net up there, which you're going to need to visit that website. So we've got some buttons down here that we can use, but what we're going to need to do is zoom in and kind of align the pin with this right here, and this will kind of tell us our distance in yards. So we can zoom in and see really close, as you can see down here or up here. We're zooming in really close. If you need to zoom in any further than that, you can hit the 7 times magnification right here, and then you can really see in detail a far distance here as well. So it has an adjustment here for short pin or tall pin, so depending on the flag height, you can make that adjustment. It also has line colors here, so if the line color that you had chosen is hard to see because of the terrain in the background of the picture, you can change the color as well. And then you can also change the club distance selector to hide or show man or woman, short, mid, or long hitting range. Obviously, because we're not very far here, and this isn't an accurate picture, it's not giving us an accurate reading, which is okay. So it usually would tell you the suggested club that you use down here in the bottom right-hand corner. So let's go back. And here in our quick start guide, GolfWiz kind of gives you a little bit of help as to what some of the different functions do in case you need that. And then you can click on Web Help to get even more assistance. We have our club selector maximum yardage information right here so that we can kind of get an idea for why it's suggesting that and what kind of yardage we're working with. We have our master settings right here. So you're going to have to do a couple of settings here based on the height of the flag for the tall and short flags. You can choose metric units, You can change the hitting range and everything here to show the clubs, turn sounds on and off. You can recalibrate and several other functions in the settings as well. So this tool for $29.99 is pretty good, because growing up I played a lot of golf, and I had a tool that you could buy at the time with the technology that was available then, that you would look through towards the green, and it would kind of give you an estimate on the distance. This is much more accurate than that, because you're using a lot of calculations that the app is doing on its own to bring in that specific measurement, as well as the brake reader, which is really accurate. And the only time that you're ever going to have to go in and recalibrate your phone is if you decide to use a different case or something like that that's going to change the way that your phone would sit. As well as GolfWiz, recommends that you use a case, because you will be setting your phone down on a green that could be a little wet or moist, so you're going to want to put some sort of a case on your phone when you're using this app out there on the golf course. So for $29.99, you can't go wrong for a rangefinder, club selector, and a brake reader. $30. You can't beat it. So definitely check out GolfWiz. It'll help your golf game improve and all of that good stuff. So take care, and we'll see you next time on the App Podcast.